Hello, everybody. It's Joe Leo here at the JBL Legends Travel Group. With this week, episode number two, we're going to talk about cruises. And more specifically, we're going to talk about what's included in the price of a cruise and what additional costs or expenses you might incur. So, first of all, let's just say the price of a cruise includes a variety of services and amenities as well as your accommodations. But the specifics vary depending upon the cruise line, the ship's itinerary, the cabin category you choose. And here we're going to talk about a little bit how to find the prices for the cruises. Accommodations, well, the cost of your stateroom or cabin is included in your cruise price. The type of cabin that you choose, whether it's an inside, an ocean view, a balcony, a mini suite, some places call them club balconies, that's going to affect the overall cost. And most cruise lines have a variety of cabins within each category. You might want to be on deck 10 forward in the ship. That's going to be a different price than being on deck 14 midship or deck 9 aft. So it's good to talk to a travel agent and find out, where the price points are on a cruise ship. Um, let's talk about meals. Most of the cruise lines offer complimentary meals. As a matter of fact, almost 99.9% of them do in the main dining room and also in their buffets. But cruises also have what are called specialty restaurants, which are an additional cost. So, again, speak to your travel agent when you're booking a cruise, and they can guide you to cruise lines that are running promotions that may include one or two specialty restaurants with your package. Entertainment on board is always included. There's live shows and performances, movies, music, theme parties, game shows. But some cruise lines have a specialty dinner show or a specialty comedy show that requires an additional fee, and those will not be included in your cruise. All your activities on the ship. There's a variety of them depending on the ship. There's a fitness center, there's pools, there's water slides, there's sports courts, game rooms, yoga classes, theme night parties. Those are all included. Your port visits. The cost of visiting various ports of call is included in your package. And you'll see that on your invoice where it says taxes, fees, and port charges. Um, but what you really want to know is that when you get off the ship in that port, there are excursions there, which we'll talk about later. And then we have the basic beverage packages. So basic non-alcoholic beverage packages like water, coffee, tea, and sometimes juices are usually included. Um, Soda packages for minors, when they're not included, can be purchased at an additional cost. It's a nominal charge. And adult beverage packages can also be purchased. This is where it gets a little expensive, but some cruise lines run promotions where they include the beverage package, and all you have to do is pay the tax and gratuity on that package, which is a significant savings. Now, depending on how much you drink, some people don't care about that because they'll pay as they go. They may have a couple of drinks during the course of the cruise. Other people who like to drink all the time while they're on the cruise, the drink package is absolutely beneficial. HITS programs on the cruise lines. Most of them provide a supervised child program as part of your cruise fare, which includes entertainment and activities for the kids. And they have various age groups where your kids will be grouped together. The use of onboard facilities on the ship. Now, this includes the access to the fitness centers, the pools, the hot tubs, and any real other onboard amenities. That's included in your cruise also. Room service. Now, basic room service items are usually included, although as of recently, I've been reading a lot of articles from the different cruise lines who have instituted what they call a service fee for delivery, and I've seen that range anywhere from $6.95 to $9.95. So you want to check that out and see if there's a cost for your room service. A lot of the cruises offer lectures and workshops. Um, their educational seminars, whether it's about the next port you're visiting or shopping in that port, and those are included also. However, it's important to note that there are often additional costs that are not included in your initial cruise fare. And it's also important to note that cruise ships, for the most part, are cashless, except for tipping, because the staff really likes the tips. And any additional charges that you incur on the ship are charged to your cabin, and then they're settled at the end with the credit card that you put on file when you do your check-in. Now let's talk about gratuities because everybody asks questions about this. Most of the cruise lines have what's called an automatic add-on gratuity charge. So it ranges anywhere between $16 and $20 per person per day. And this gets charged to your room account and is settled at the end of the cruise. This money goes into a pool and it's split up among the employees. It's used for bonuses and awards and those kinds of things. However, some cruise lines offer what's called a prepaid gratuity option, which is a great option in my opinion because, and I tell all my clients, put the prepaid gratuities on your reservation. This way, when you get on the ship, you don't owe anything unless you go buy something in the gift shop or go for a massage. So you'll owe nothing. So pay for it right up front and be done with it. We talked a little bit about the alcohol beverages. They're not usually not included. Like I said, some cruise lines have a promotion where you just pay the taxes and gratuities on it, and you get that package for free. Some cruise lines have where they give you a credit for up to $500 in free drinks. So again, talk to your travel agent, find out what's going on, what the promotions are all about. Specialty dining. Now, those a la carte restaurants that are not included with your cruise fare. And again, speak to your travel agent because he can explain that to you and tell you which ones are not. They're a la carte. For dinner for two could be anywhere from between $100 and $150, but some of the cruise lines do offer a package and promotion where you may get one or two of those in the specialty restaurants. If you're looking for that. I mean, most of the cruise lines have like a steakhouse, an hibachi house, an Italian, a French. So if you're looking for that kind of food and you want to get away from the main dining room, the buffets, or the all-night pub, then you might want to think about adding on some specialty restaurants. And you can do that pre-cruise also, but if you can find one that has a promotion that'll give you one or two, that's even better. Now, we mentioned before when you go into the ports, getting into the port is covered. However, shore excursions are not covered. So organized shore excursions can be purchased prior to your cruise, and I highly recommend you do that prior to your cruise because the popular ones sell out. So if you wait till you get on the cruise, you're going to be shut out of the excursions. I highly recommend you do it before. However, if you don't do it, and you're like me, when you get to the ports, there are always people there that will take you to different beaches or sightseeing or whatever. And there are a number of tour operators that operate in all these port cities that have a huge variety of excursions that you can book ahead of time. And your travel agent should be able to give you a listing of those reputable companies. Of course, the spa and wellness services on the ship, the beauty salon, the barber shop, massages, those are not included, and those are an additional cost. And again, those will be charged to your cabin. Wi-Fi and communications on the ship. Now, internet access and phone service are typically not included. However, a lot of the cruise lines have promotions that include a basic Wi-Fi package, which you can upgrade to unlimited plans with streaming capability. Now, if you're a social media nut like I am, and when I'm on a ship, I always want to do lives and put it back home for my clients to see. Um, it's then you have to kind of upgrade to a unlimited streaming package. Um, the other thing you need to consider is your cell phone usage, and a lot of people are not aware of this, but check with your cell phone carrier before you leave for the cruise, and tell them where you're going to be. Like for instance, I have T-Mobile. And in most cases, my text messages are free and my phone calls are 20 cents a minute when I'm outside the United States. but you can easily pass that charge. Uh, that charge. I'm sorry, bypass that charge by doing phone calls over Wi-Fi with apps like WhatsApp and FaceTime. Um, Another one of my clients has Verizon, and they get an international plan for the time that they're on the cruise. Um, and it's about $10 per day, and it covers their text message and phone calls. So speak to your cell phone carrier before you go, so you don't come home with facing an outrageous phone bill that could have been avoided. Of course, shopping and souvenirs, purchased on board or in the ports, are not included, and those that you purchase on the ship will be charged to your cabin, as well as casino gambling. If you're a gambler and you frequent the casinos on the ships, make sure you have money with you for that. They will not charge that to your cabin in most cases, but it is an additional cost. So, kind of sum up, it's really important to carefully review the details that are published by the cruise lines, and to talk to your travel agent to see where you can get the best deals. It's also important to talk to your travel agent and find out, so he can find out or she can find out what it is you're looking to do. You're looking to just go somewhere to go to beaches? Are you looking for adventure? Are you looking to take a lot of tours? Are you traveling with kids? Are you traveling in a group? And we'll talk more about this in a future episode, um, because then you can kind of narrow down on which cruise line would be best for you. Um, but it's very important to make sure you understand what's covered by the cruise fare and what additional expenses you might incur during the course of the trip. If you have any questions about cruises, any kind of special promotions, what types of cruises you should take, what's best for you, any of those questions, reach out to me by email at jbltravelgroup@gmail.com, or give me a call at 732 831 5200. And happy cruising.